Hello again, everybody. Tiger727 back with another video. This video is in response to Ray from Philly for the top 10 cards for the Baseball Hall of Fame, or YouTube Baseball Hall of Fame. And a lot of what I've looked for, I guess, is stuff that as a kid, when I was younger, not so much recent stuff, but when I was younger, what was big back then. So some of these cards don't have much value, but when I was a kid, they had a lot of people, they were very sought after cards. There's a few in here that I think most people would still love to have that are higher priced, or and much more rare. But some of my stuff is pretty low key, low budget wise, but just the history behind them, I guess, more so is what we're talking about. And the first one here would be the 84 Strawberry. I remember getting the 84 and 85 top set for my birthday one year. I got both in one year, and this was one of the sought after cards in that set. And I think when I got the set for my birthday that year, this card was probably booking at $25-$30, if not more, and now you can get one for about $1.25. Unfortunately, Daryl had a rough past and struggled with some drug addiction and stuff like that, so hopefully he's doing well. I haven't heard much about him lately. Hopefully he's keeping himself clean and out of trouble. Also out of that set is the Don Mattingly rookie. Another great card. Still, this one also went down in value, but nowhere near as bad as the Strawberry did. So when I was a kid, this was a very sought after card, and I'm happy to have it as part of my set. This one's probably a little bit more personal, but the Ripken traded rookie. Just as a kid, I always wanted this card, and I've had it for years now. But this was a pretty popular card when I was a kid. Another big popular card that's easy to get now, but was hard years ago. The old Bo Jackson. This card was like gold when I was a kid, and I could never find one. I ended up buying one years later. So it's just one of those iconic cards that I think should be part of everybody's collection, especially if you lived in the days that he played. Just one of those cards that you have to have. Another one that's probably more personal to me, but every time you see a baseball highlight or World Series history of the World Series or different specific World Series games, is the Kirk Gibson home run card, Upper Deck. I believe it's 80. This would be an 89 Upper Deck. Obviously, 89 Upper Deck was a very sought after set, still is, with the Griffey rookie. But this is one of those cards where if you're a Gibson fan, which I am, obviously most of his career in Detroit, but I was definitely rooting for him in the 88 World Series, and he came through. This card for me, I mean, only had it a couple of years, but it just very nostalgic looking. I think it's obviously a pose, but it just, to me, shows what baseball's all about. Shows the history. Obviously the Brooklyn Dodgers before they moved to LA. I just think it's a phenomenal card. Just the picture itself, very, very cool. Another one that is just, for me, just is more of a looks to it. Not so much the actual card itself or the actual height behind the card. This one's not in the best shape, but Yogi Berra. I mean, this is a great Yogi Berra card. I only have about 2 or 3 Berra cards, and this is my favorite. It's just I like the picture up front and then the action shot in the background. Very, very nice set to have. If I'm mistaken, I don't believe I am, but Satchel Paige, this is his last card, I believe. Interesting story behind this card. An employee of my parents years ago when I was a kid found this in his attic and knew my mom was a huge baseball fan and kind of knew we dabbled in sports cards. This is back in probably the late 80s. And he offered it to my mom, and she paid, I don't remember what she paid in the late 80s for it, maybe $100. and she gave it to me, and this is something I will never get rid of, mostly because of the nostalgia and the reason I got the card, that my mom gave it to me. So it has it's near and dear to my heart, just the reason, or how I got the card, how I obtained it. Kind of a neat story, and came from my mom. So, and then this is my last one. I got this for a birthday gift, I believe, birthday or Christmas, quite a few years back. But when you have a card with Maris, Cash, Mantle, and K-Line all on it, it's graded at a very good to excellent 4. Again, for me, grading is not that big a deal. This is just a great card to have part of the collection. Of course, got 2 of my favorite team on there, K-Line and Cash, and then anything with Mantle on it, you can't holler at that. And then Maris, obviously another phenomenal ball player. So just a great card. I think this also shows the a great nostalgia history of baseball itself, and I'm assuming this is probably from an all-star game or something like that, but just, to me, very nostalgic, and I love the photo. And just a great card, something else that will be in my collection until I pass on and forward it down to my kids, and whatever they decide to do with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and have a good night.